So on this video on number 4, I'm going to talk to you about your digestive system and how you should eat cellular level food and how long it takes to digest the food. And in the last videos, it was talking about energy. I spoke about the yin and the yang and what comes out of that and what kind of energy comes out of that, what you should be eating. The Lucifer and the Satan effect, okay? So Lucifer illuminates things. So it's got good energy and bad energy. So it illuminates the cake. And then Satan, which rules the nighttime, which rules you saying, I fancy that cake. Or they work both ways. Remember, they've got good energy and bad energies. It's not all bad. And then you've got the parasites as well, which control you. And a parasite is something where you wouldn't be hungry, realistically, but it might say, I need a cigarette. Or it might say, I need a drink of coffee. So something which takes control of you. Okay, and food is one of them. Right? So some people like food a little bit too much because they've been driven by their parasites. So look, if I draw, it won't be the best drawing in the world, but it'll certainly be the best effort. So the human body, where you would recognize the 2 arms, the body, 2 legs, and it goes up into another arm, and a weird shaped head. Okay? So the human body actually needs 5 elements to make it run. So it's like a 5-star petrol. And I want the best petrol you can possibly have. Bearing in mind, petrol is a liquid form, and then when it burns, it creates the energy. So you're wondering what this star is here. Okay, so this is actually the bit that goes up. So the star that you would always see like this, going upwards, is the 5 elements. Okay, so you've got like, for example, you've got earth here. You've got, say, we put down water here. You've got air here, and fire. Now the 5th star, well, the 5th point at the top. Okay, so it's always at the top. Is actually your spirit. Your mind. Okay, so like if you were going to create a robot, okay, what you would do is you'd use earth elements to create the actual product, and you might use a little bit of water and fire to form it. You'd have to have a cooling system in there to make sure it stays cool, okay, and the temperature stays cool, and it'd probably go through the pipe works. And then you'd have to have some sort of air system going in to keep the engine cool as well, and to pull in the air so that the turbo could work, and the engine could work. And you definitely need a fuel, the fire. Okay, so you have to light it. There will be some sort of element in here which heats up. So it's not much different to you. Then you need a control. So whether or not a human goes into the head and works it, or you have a control. That's the spirit, okay? The spirit is the control. All the other elements make this form. And it ain't no different to your body. So your body is made up by the elements of the earth. You have to drink water, okay, for your blood and to keep yourself, okay, lubricated. You need air for the oxygen, the energy to go around the body. And when you eat, what does it do? It's your fuel. It goes to fire, warms it up. So taking that principle in to your diet, or your fueling system, I like to call it, when you have a solid bit of food that you put into your mouth, it needs to go down your chimney. This is your chimney, okay? Then it goes into the stomach. And when it's in the stomach, okay, it's going to take a little bit of time to actually get that solid food into a liquid form. In fact, some foods can take up to 4 hours. So when you're hungry, it's going to take you 4 hours before that actually digests and satisfies either the parasites or yourself. Have you worked that one out yet? So when you're hungry, it takes 4 hours to energize the body. 4. So if it's solid, it takes that amount of time. So when you're hungry, what are you actually satisfying? Is it your habit? Is it willpower? Or is something driving you just to have something to eat so it feels good to go down the throat? Do you see what I'm saying? So when you see professional sports people, you'd always see them just slurping some drink in their mouth and spitting it out. It doesn't even go down the chimney. So what actually happens is they just put it in here, under their tongue, swish it around their mouth, spit it out, straight in to the system. Okay? Same way if you had an aspirin and you started to have a heart attack, crunch up the aspirin, straight into the blood cell, straight in. You're going to get that person to swallow it. So why is it any different? It's almost like, don't have coffee for a week, have coffee, yeah, swallow it, spin around, liquid. How do you feel? Straight away you get hit. Okay? So it's the same thing. But what I'm trying to explain is, when you have something solid, or even a liquid, if you have something solid though, what is this hunger? What is it? What's controlling you? Because it takes 4 hours for it to digest. See, the liquid will go into the body and go straight down, and the cells will take it instantly. The body will absorb it if it's the right food. Instantly. Okay? Straight away. Now, there's no point doing something half-hearted. Okay? Remember the elements. Your best bet is that when this goes down here, and this is here, and then you say you've got the intestines, your best bet, because you're going to don't want to waste your money, you need to detox. 100% detox. Because you ain't going to get nothing out of fueling the system with better food if there's still stuff here. So your body, right, has almost backups. Okay, so like when you back up your computer and you can go back 4 or 5 years ago and it resets everything. It's always got the backup. You're not clearing the system. That's why kids these days, young kids, not these days anyway, kids these days are full of energy. They wake up, energy, sugar affects them straight away because it goes straight into the system. They're fresh. They haven't had years and years and years of abuse. Or just eating the wrong food. So what happens is like if you went for a workout and your muscles are sore, you don't have pain receptors in any of these. Okay? So you can't feel that these have been working overtime. And when they're overloaded all the time, there's shortcuts. And this is where you get problems with the heart. Now the blood which runs around the body needs to be nice and thin and oxidated with water and oxygen. Water and oxygen. You don't see a sausage going down there? I'm only joking, just having a laugh. But what I'm saying is, when you fry up a sausage and you eat the sausage, what's left in the pan when it cools down? The fat residue. When you have cheese, okay, and you put it into your food you're making, how hard is it to wash? When you have milk put in and boiled and you've made your porridge, how hard is that to wash? What, because it goes in here, you think the body's going to sort that all out? There's going to be consequences over time. Yeah, the body can do certain things, but you have to have a detox, because what happens is in the intestines, in the intestine walls, you get a clog up on either side going around. So if you have something healthy and it's a liquid, this is going to happen. Straight out. It won't get absorbed. It's almost like walking into a room and you've got 1,000 people shouting at you and you've got to write every person's need down. You're only going to write a few down. Body's no different. The body's only going to take what it needs to do and then push out the rest. Unless it goes in the cellular level, okay, it gets as much of it as it can in your mouth and you chew for longer. But when it goes into the system, straight out, okay, you're going to get about 25% benefit from that juice. Okay, Okay, so what you need to do, and you have to think about, is that if you're going to be doing a fueling system and changing your fueling system up, your diet, you may as well do one which actually works. And to make it work, you have to detox. You have to cleanse the body out, get rid of all the toxics, all gone. And then what happens, go through that hunger stage, I can go, okay, best I've done, not eating food, is 41 hours. That's the best I've done. Now I know people who can dry fast, okay, dry fast meaning they didn't eat any food for 41 to 61 days. I think that's incredible. See, I have to do a lot of physical work, but I have liquid, easy digestible food. But every Monday, every Saturday to Monday, I stop eating at 6 on Saturday night and won't eat again till 9 o'clock at night on a Monday. And I've done physical activities all the way through. Okay, 6, 5, working, classes, all of it. So what I'm saying, what I'm recommending, is that if you're going to go onto a diet, detox your body. Okay, there's many YouTube channels explaining what you can and what you can't have. I've noticed one glove doesn't fit all. Okay, so I just do what I do. But you can do what you want to do. But what I want you to do is detox this body first. Get rid of all the toxics. Get control, not have anything control you. You take control of your vessel and you cleanse your body and you start to fill it with cellular level food which gets straight into the body. If you want to live another 30 or 40 years healthy, feeling fit and strong, looking healthy, or looking to have babies, get the health in you before that actually happens. Start it now. But take note, it's the 4 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one drives. You drive your future. You do, not me. I'm just merely just explaining the best way to do it. Okay, detox, get rid of the parasites, don't have nothing which controls you. You are in control, and educate yourself on decisions and choices you make, and then fuel it with a cellular level food. Okay? See you next week. Bye bye.